Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Mortal Shell 2. You may notice that we are in our favorite watering hole, the one-legged wolf, instead of over at the cliffs. The reason being is I forgot something during the one-legged wolf episode. Well, two things. And we'll just go pick them up now as we can get to the Sanguine Caverns from here. So I am just gonna start moving while I do my yapping. If you are enjoying this series, please consider liking, commenting, and if you're feeling real generous, maybe even subscribe. Help me pair the algorithm, you know. I do really hope you are enjoying this series, and I hope it's helping you. You know, even if you've already played the game and you only learn one thing. Am I heading the correct direction? Yeah. Okay, we are just gonna run past everything. Alright. So once we pass that camp, we're gonna hang a right into the area with these snails. Make sure I'm not being followed. Kind of am. I'll be fine. And down on into here for the Brood Shell Swarm boss. By boss, it's two snakes and a snail. Just gonna back up, do a little bit of crowd control. I don't know where the boss health bar went. Might actually just be the two snakes. But in there, we will get the Justicier's Stone. More gold, more good. So that's item one. Go through the other entrance to that little flooded area into this graveyard. And before we loot the graveyard, we are gonna go to this chapel here and check the symbol on the door. Now there's gonna be a bunch of marked gravestones, and all we have to do is find the one with that symbol and break it. Cannot parry that one.
On your
So here we have one. It is not the correct one, so we're just gonna move on. We have A corruption wall. Remove it. And that puts us in this flooded area. And we're... I don't have to worry about them. This is also not the correct symbol. Wait a minute. I might be about to contradict myself.
You couldn't.
Alright, so the symbol on the door was stacked 3 times. If it's stacked 2 times, then I am a complete liar and you just have to break multiple gravestones. So there's one right there. I'm a liar. Alright. So here's your first gravestone right next to it. And the third is right around here. We can hit it. There we go. And there we heard the door open. I think what happened the first time was I had accidentally broken one of them while exploring the graveyard. That is just part of the process. You learn something new every day. So here we have an unfortunately real wall that somebody has put in front of this beautiful path. We're gonna go ahead and run on into this dungeon, and then we can move on to the caverns. Alright. Gate is locked. Got a thing there and a big man with a sword. So first things first, this area is actually trapped. It's designed to put you into a pit with 2 trees. Let's make sure I know what the other tree is doing. And usually the spear lady falls into the pit with you and makes this whole thing so much worse. Go ahead and loot the area, get our upgrade materials. And right here, about halfway up the way out, is the button that opens in. And another laterite. And our reward. This turns your ranged weapons into kind of a shotgun. Like they just shoot out to the sides. It doesn't really make a shotgun spread. Fires them more in like a fan. Alright. And we'll just do a quick lap of the graveyard. Loot this chest for the Gloombound stone. Go ahead and switch out my ranged crit. Gonna roll. So we're gonna pull up our map and see we need to go to the northern exit. Right here. Okay. And if we head on over left, there is the jump point from what's this place called? The Blackridge Pass. There's the King's Crypt where we got the axe, just in case you were wondering exactly where we were. You can pick up more welt caps by the jump point. Here we have now entered the Sanguine Caverns. I struggled a lot with this area on my first playthrough. There's also the second area that I visited instead of the Ruins of Noct. So by the time I walked into the ruins, I was already quite leveled and quite geared. Okay. So before we really ascend these caverns, we're gonna go down a little bit. Watch out for the bats in this tree. Please don't throw me off. Okay, we're good. Get our Ventrium. There's nothing else over here. And we're gonna head on down. Just continue to descend. We're just going to the other entrance to pick up all the loot that's there, as well as get our beacon. This is just a cliff. We head up this hill, we can get more moonshine. Always welcome. So that we can see the bridge and the all the enemies over there. You'll have to take a very short detour out there. There are a couple items, but clearing the bridge from this side is going to be a lot less brutal because the enemies that are on the bridge are coming from the Sanguine Caverns side. Go ahead and drop down. Yeah, I would not recommend unless you like bear traps, boulders, and getting stuck on bridges to go across that bridge from the other direction. Okay, now that all that's dealt with, we will go and loot the rest of the camp for more moonshine. Starting to think that we might have an alcohol problem. Collect the ventrium from this little cave, and we will go across the bridge of infinity bear traps. And an arrow trap. So the corruption gate takes us over to the castle, was down that little hallway. And right over here is that area with the frog dudes, the snake lady, and the two guys with the torches. Just pull up the map. So, there's the flooded village. So we just made a nice little, quite a few ways to get to places, to pretty much everywhere in the map, which is always appreciated. What is not appreciated is EU2. And I lied, there's nothing over here. Just kidding. There was the ventrium. Now we're just gonna go ahead and run on back now that we have that cleared out and don't need to come back here. Just makes the backtracking a little bit easier. Now we will, from this camp here, we'll ascend through this passage. Ignore the teeth on the walls. There is absolutely nothing wrong there. This is completely normal. We will revitalize the beacon, but we are not going to cleanse it just yet, as that will respawn everything, and I believe there's a couple more things to do in the caverns before we enter the gate. Just want to make sure so that I don't have to come back up here. Yeah. Okay, it's just the gate. Fortunately, we cannot go up that way. So that is the passage with the gate. Now, if you have not gathered by the large amounts of blood everywhere, this is the blood curse area. So, having your blood curse item equipped might be a good idea. Well, it's kind of funny because you get a vast majority of them later in the game. Oh, okay, this area is obsessed with blood. I shouldn't necessarily say it's the blood curse area. So we can squeeze through there. We'll do that in a sec after we completely whip all of our parries. We will go through that in just a second. We'll squeeze through here. We will squeeze through here. Get rid of a gremlin. Nothing really much else. Thought I could interrupt him out of that. I, in fact, could not. Now, this boss can be very annoying in its second phase. Having a status on your weapon, like a long-lasting one, is helpful. We'll see why in just a sec. Follow him. This guy can do a lot of damage if you are not on top of your parries or are in this phase, and he's invisible. So that's why I recommend having a status, as you can see him. There, we catch our Serpent Stone, which is another infusion. Applies poison. Nothing special. We'll go ahead and cleanse. And head on out. The gate is open. We've got a lot of money. So let's get 2 levels. Can put some points in Gragu. Get an extra use on our heart. And we'll return to the keep for a sec.
Welcome back. Find another she could do a lot more if we fixed her up.
Okay, so we're too broke for that. Actually, we have stuff to sell, so we are not broke enough. Too broke for an upgrade.
Welcome back, Brave.
Selling anything new. So we'll just we'll just go ahead and sell everything. No real reason to hold on to this.
Careful out there, Briv.
We are definitely going to level up the Berserker Stone to level 3. I don't know if I am going to level up the Shrike Stone. Probably will. I'm just not sure if this is what I'm going to carry into the second half of the game. We will head back to the Stoneblade Gate. Collect ourselves another glimpse, and we will head on inside. Okay, now that we are in the caverns, we can have a look around. Quite a pretty area. I really do like the white stone. Just get rid of these fat demon baby things. Going down to the left first. We'll shred stone here. Can get our Deadeye Stone for ranged critical damage. And we'll go ahead and drop down over here. Alright. So that was a totally intentional demonstration of what not to do. Those bloated corpse cocoon things explode, deal a ton of damage, and apply blood curse. Don't get hit by them. Don't recommend. just gonna go ahead and drop back off. And let those detonate instead of... Or I'm not going to do my running attack. That's also acceptable. Heal. And get rid of the stupid bats. Now the situation is mostly under control. We can kind of just pull these shield guys around. We get Gragu back. Are all good. So down here we have a jump point that takes us right up to the camp that where the guy's chucking the boulders. No need to go back up there. So we will just continue on. Lots of teeth in these rocks. Alright, so the bridge has so rudely been trapped. So now we get to cross over these rickety bridges and deal with a lot of exploding bats. I would recommend using your moonshine here because there are a whole bunch of bats and they will explode. And they will try to launch you off the ledge. Just take it a bit slow, and anytime we hear them spawn, just already have our sidearm out so we can pick them off. Go ahead and grab another Ventrium. And we can see the beacon, so we are just gonna walk past all of these tables. We will cleanse the beacon, and then we'll deal with the table horde next to the pit. I'm gonna use my moonshine here just so I can get rid of bats from a distance. I don't really want to deal with the ranged attack. Can head across these bridges. Nice, and get more laterite. I'm not really gonna talk much about the babies. Like they kind of just die. I don't do a lot of damage. They die in one hit. get our black bloodstone. Projectiles explode mid-air, so we can go ahead and throw that on. So now we have a flaming projectiles and also airburst. Flaming explosive projectiles. So I need to use that airburst more. We'll go ahead and collect our ovum and leave. See the fragmentation really doing its job. There is really only one place left to go. The pit. Full of babies. And teeth. Lots of teeth. Yeah, this place is something. So now we just need to find the correct spot to drop. So we'll go ahead and let the babies set this up. Pays to be a little more cautious in this zone, since there is a lot of stuff that will just explode for 1,000,000 damage, or launch you off a ledge, or both. Now these pits just kill you. Don't fall in. Got a tree. We are going to want to get rid of pretty quickly here. Just don't want to fall in the pit. It's actually doing good damage. This is the way we need to go, so we're gonna turn around and do a quick lap of the area to pick up all of the goodies. So moving on, just get rid of these. And here we have our next beacon. We'll go ahead and cleanse it. Alright, the bat has dealt with it. Well, one bat has dealt with itself. Ooh, our redstone is ready to level. We get an always appreciated revered gland. And we can... Nothing really to say about this beacon. Very short. And we can upgrade our capacity. Kinda doesn't do anything on Gragu, but helps when we're severed, helps when we're not using them. So we're gonna go ahead and drop down into the pit before we go the other direction. Wanna set those off before we open the chest, or else we'll get demolished. Once again. Run around in the area that is Tooth of Knocked. I'm so sorry to whoever might get motion sick from that. 3 Tooth of Knocked. 4 Tooth of Knocked. Ha ha ha. Right, that's everything from this side. Yep. So we'll go ahead and cross on over to the other side of this lake of gore. Get ambushed by approximately too many babies. Get a marsh pearl. Now, nothing particularly exciting down here, just a lot of money, which is always appreciated. Things get quite expensive, so getting ahead on your finances is a good thing. So we'll go ahead and rest. And we're gonna jump on over here. Here we have a boss fight. He's basically just a dude who chucks flaming rocks. But with his animation sped up, there's nothing really to say about him. And we get the tarred fragment. Fires multiple spinning tethered projectiles for the tribute stacks. We can go ahead and show that off. Weapons, sidearms, tribute shacks, tar stones. That. We can go ahead and get the squall stone too, so this will work. Okay, now well. Alright. So you can see, just fires a flat spinning circle. Turn? I haven't really used this. Since we are going to the final boss of the area, we'll just go ahead and equip what's leveled up. This boss gave me quite a lot of trouble on my first playthrough. He has some very quick attacks and some attacks that are kind of annoying to parry. Just let Root
Up ahead, you'll face an ugly truth. A lost child who could not be saved. The matron's firstborn. We tried to save it. The disciples snatched him in the night, but the child killed them, ate them. He is no more than a great maw, with one purpose: to feed and grow endlessly.
Well, that's disconcerting. Before I go in and have to start dealing with the boss, I would recommend using your Shrike Stone or whatever sort of untargetability you have on really annoying attacks. He has a couple that can be quite hard to dodge. He's not particularly easy to stagger. How pug owners be describing the precious child. So this attack, just pick a direction and spam dodge. That chin slam does not have much range on it. You can just back dodge. If he retreats from you, he's doing the shit storm. That left-hand swipe is quite easy to deal with until it speeds up considerably. I missed the parry there, or the riposte. This he will spin about 90 degrees, so if you just get behind him, you get a free damage window. And I'm gonna feather the damage a little bit so I can show off more of his phase 3 moveset. That is a grab. Comes out very fast. I would recommend... That is one of the moves that I would recommend saving your immunities for. And that is the sped up version of his arm swipe. Comes out way too fast. Okay, can you do the bite attack for me, please? And that bite attack is a 4-hit combo. 2. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna kill him next time. But I at least wanted to show off more of his moveset before I defeat the boss, because I think that is a much better learning experience than just obliterating the boss, which we will now do. He's the last of our early game bosses, so whichever one you do last is probably just going to fold because you're just going to have... You are just going to be leveled up enough and have, like, too much damage for what the boss is set up for. But that's just a byproduct of the game saying you can kind of just go anywhere. That extra crit chance is really putting in work here, because we have no healing. That is also a grab, just dodge into it. And we're just gonna Shrike Stone for the kill, I think. Yes. And this gets us the Lost Clot Stone, one of my favorite tar stones in the game. Goes on the axe and the hammer, and you just chuck your weapon. There it is. This is absolutely hilarious. You can... It also picks up whatever infusions you have. So if you put fire on your on your axe and throw it, it explodes. It also does an absurd amount of knockback, so you can very easily just throw enemies off of ledges with it. This will push enemies about a zip code backwards. Like, it is a lot. Because they will get pushed back when they get hit by the axe, and then it will hit them again and push them back again. So we're not gonna cleanse this yet. We are gonna go over here. Open this chest to get a black marrow key, which gives us a key to open one of the cosmetic chests in the keep. And we'll go ahead and return to the keep.
Child, you and I serve our kin to be. Unlike this foul passenger. Even now it spreads, festering, devoid of meaning. It is endless. But you and I, we will end when the over are safe.
The lost child shall feed no more. You slayed it, I am.
So we'll go ahead and siphon.
I'm not sure I want to tell you.
Which chest is Gragu? Yeah, so here we have like the Aerodream skin, which is absolutely peak. But we are gonna do... There's the Smart skin. Where's Gragu? Our boy Gragu. We'll probably
I've got whatever you need.
end this episode with a bit of
Price,
cleanup.
course. Nah, no deal.
Just buy these tar stones because we haven't picked them up yet.
Thanks for the patronage.
And go talk to the egg keeper, or the oven keeper, not the egg keeper.
I haven't told the others, but I've been feeling strange lately. Kind of reverberation inside. I don't know what to make of it. Could it be her? Forgive me. Such thoughts are impure. Harbinger, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Milos, the Ovum Keeper. As you can see, it has been a woeful duty, with so few ova in our care. This sacred hall was once defiled, the Undermother's womb breached, and the children to be stolen, including you, Harbinger. I know you will succeed. Where we fail, I will do.
Forgive me, but I must abstain. This brute does not deserve a bath.
Interesting. So we'll go ahead and finish up some NPC quests. Let us go to Widow's Overlook and check in on the frog. And then we'll go check on the lady who turned the dude into the frog. I think I missed a step. First things first, we'll go back and check on Helga and the dude who got turned into a frog. Village.
He was like taking. I heal. Frog, what? Anything? No. Itch in throat? No. Twitch in leg? He was like taking. I hear.
think I just missed a step in this quest line, and it wasn't progressing, so just kind of blocked everything.
Come. The water's warm. And you are dirty. Stinking. You look like bandits. What are you? Silent one? Stay. Long as you want. Why leave? It's safe here. No worries, no pain. Only... you'll see. Done so soon? Why? Leave him. He's... hungry. Like... hopping? Why not? Give it a try. You should feel it by now.
So we'll just go back and forth and do this for a little bit to get the this quest line completed.
What you want, Silent One? More drink? Go ahead. You're all the same. Gloating. What's this? For me?
Our Walden's
Where
dead.
do you get this? Forget it. I will find. I have my ways. Now be gone. I have much to do. Unless you speak? Didn't think so.
So, lady, you're really putting the end of the spoon on the ground like that?
Oh, Harwald. He teach you. One sip at a time.
now we can go back and visit Gorf.
Great Froga. Good. He didn't choke. He rests now.
Okay. Now this questline's actually progressing. And there is just a couple more steps to this. You know, for once, a quest in these games does not end in going insane and or dying. We can actually do one more thing. We will return to the keep and hop over to night mode. Most of the night mode stuff is in the southern region, which we will get to later. But we can kind of
shelter you.
Hop into night mode and do a quick dungeon up in the up in Fanewheel.
Oh, you must have more important matters to attend to. I have prayed, but to see this, it's as if I can feel the Blessed Mother's presence, her joy, perhaps. I will keep these over safe.
That's the thing.
Let us
So we'll hop into night mode. And then we're gonna go back to the Mushroom Village. And this will be the last thing we do before we end this episode. Just because not really much else to do in the northern area, and I don't want to. I want to start the southern episode as its own thing, or the southern regions. Alright, now that we have landed, we are gonna go on over to the bonfire. So as you can see, night mode enemies are a little bit more dangerous, as these enemies aren't dying in one hit, like they would normally be. These mushrooms are also more active and vomited a bunch of poison on us. And we're gonna head across this bridge here. And get in the mushroom. Alright. So from here, we are now locked into first person. We're gonna turn around and head on up this way. We definitely just saw someone there, but well, there is no one here. We get a Ventrium for our troubles. And we are gonna swing, before we enter the house, we're gonna swing over here, and we will find an offering chest. First candle is going to be at the end of these wood logs. Second candle is going to be at this dead end, and the third candle is going to be on the well. Gives us a dorsolite. Cannot get in there. Nothing creepy about this place at all. Quote unquote soup. Get a tempered iron key. Go in this first room. We get Moonlight Sonata. Have a lot of have a lot of alchemical diagrams and such, including a rebus here. Which, given everything else that's happening here, it's probably not a good thing with that's there. So here we'll get the Sunlight Sonata. And an alluring mushroom. This place really seems to have gone downhill. Basement key. I think this place might have a black mold problem. Go ahead and head on into the basement. Yep. And that gives us a black marrow key and a tooth of Noct. The mushroom is gone. Kind of a neat little dungeon. Nothing really to say there. Excuse me. And get a burnt effigy in the fire. Go ahead and head on back over to the keep, and we will end this video at the ruins of Mammon. So we are now entering the second half of the game.
May the Nether shelter you.
And well,
Praise Metha.
there's definitely going to be a noticeable spike in difficulty. Enemies are going to be a lot tankier and they're going to hit a lot. So before I forget, I'm going to turn off night mode. Bring the daylight back. And we will call it at the gate. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.